rising price of petrol and diesel in India. The government is in the business of earning taxes, corruption. Everybody has a right to complain about the increased amount of taxes in India overall, where there is a very small percentage of people that end up paying income tax and most people live on black money, yes, even today. Shouldn't we really be thinking about a comprehensive structure and thinking about where it is that we want to pay taxes and where it is that we should not have to pay taxes in a fair, equitable structure of the world? Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Truth Shots with Kapil. Today I'm going to talk about petrol and diesel, the rising price of petrol and diesel in India. I'm not going to complain like most other people do about the increased amount of taxes and the increased amount of cost of petrol and diesel. I'm actually going to move on the other side. In fact, if you would really think about it, this show today is not really about the cost of petrol and diesel. It is actually about taxes in general. Now, what I have seen over the last couple of weeks is everybody, and I mean literally everybody, complaining about the cost of petrol and diesel and the amount of taxes the government is earning through them. And it is a humongous amount. Back when petrol and diesel when the charge of oil was very high, even then we did not see the petrol and diesel prices at the rate that we are seeing them today. It is probably the highest it has ever been, which essentially of course means that the government is earning a lot of taxes on it. And I understand why some people would want to crib about it, but I want to give those people a different alternate view of the world. And my alternate view of the world essentially starts with looking at things as a whole. If you look at things as a whole, the government is in the business of earning taxes and then spending those taxes on a variety of different things. Now, whether those variety of different things are welfare, whether those are corruption, whether those are money being taken away and spent in useless items, or whether it is something that is being done in any sort of other manner, the job of the government is to collect taxes and to spend them on the overall welfare or the overall benefit or overall requirement to run a country. Now, I understand there is tremendous amount of inefficiencies in this, and I absolutely think everybody has a right to complain about the increased amount of taxes in India overall. However, when people start to complain about, what is happening with petrol and diesel right now, I literally have to scratch my head and say, why? What exactly are you complaining about? I mean, end of the day, it's a balance sheet. It's what the government earned, what the government spent. You can complain about that. But isn't petrol, diesel, charges being earned on this, taxes being earned on this, are these not a part of the overall equation? If they were not to do this, they probably would have introduced a cess. They probably would have increased GST. They probably would have increased income tax. They probably would have increased, other costs that we pay for variety of different kinds of relationships that we have with the government. At the end of the day, the equation would still have remained the same. Here is the amount of taxes that government collected overall, or if you want to call it, here is the amount of income that the government had overall. Here is the amount of spending that the government had overall, and we had a budget deficit or a budget surplus. That's all there is to it. Now, every time there is any change in petrol and diesel or any change in one of these items, everybody starts to complain like hell has broken loose. In fact, really, if you think about the overall tax structure, shouldn't it be that the government should reduce the amount of taxes that we pay on income tax, the amount of taxes that we pay as GST on every transaction, and actually beneficially charge everybody as much as they need on petrol and diesel, so that there is a more equitable equation wherein people are paying taxes? You know what? In our country, where there is a very small percentage of people that end up paying income tax and most people live on black money, yes, even today, irrespective of what the government is doing and irrespective of what the government has said and irrespective of whatever is being implemented, a huge chunk of people in our country do not pay any taxes. For all practical purposes, they don't even exist as in the tax structure of the country. Isn't it that if we start charging more on petrol and diesel, we are in fact making everybody pay? We are in fact making those people that actually today live a very luxurious life off of black money, they are now able to pay some tax, at least in terms of the excise or taxes or whatever else they have to pay on petrol and diesel. Doesn't that make the world a little more equitable? Doesn't that mean that the government should have more to be able to reduce the income tax that they charge on hard tax paying people like me or you? Doesn't that mean that the government should be able to, I'm not suggesting that they will right away, but that the government should be able to reduce the GST that they charge? Shouldn't we really be thinking about a comprehensive structure and thinking about where it is that we want to pay taxes and where it is that we should not have to pay taxes in a fair, equitable structure of the world? Isn't that what is really required? So why complain about the charges or the taxes on petrol and diesel? Yeah, I do understand it has gone up quite significantly. Yeah, it costs a lot. I mean, especially when you drive a car like me where, the mileage is terrible. It does hurt. Where I was able to get a tank full for 4,000 rupees, now I end up shelling 5,000 rupees. Yes, it does hurt. But isn't that the cost of doing everything that we need to do in our lives? Isn't that what we signed up for when we said there should be a lot of welfare that should be given? When we talk about, the charities or the other subsidies that the government does on variety of different items. Isn't that really what we are talking about? So instead of complaining about a specific item, I think what we all need to do is to think about a comprehensive structure. It is to think about the government's income. It is to think about the government spending. Now, while I said all that, in my point of view, in my personal point of view, government should have minimum intervention in anything. The subsidies, the charities, thinking about a social structure, socialist country, that's not what the government should be doing. The government should be enabling infrastructure. The government, and that also, enablement of infrastructure may not necessarily be the government building it. It may essentially even just simply be the government renting it out or outsourcing it out to somebody else. It should be the same way for almost everything. Government in our country, actually government across anywhere in the world, should become a minimalistic portion of the overall society, should become a very small structure in terms of its overall spending and in terms of its overall requirements, and should outsource a lot of the elements that the government today spends on and probably create them as revenue generators versus the subsidies and the charities and other spendings that the government does today. If they are able to do that, I believe that the overall tax structure should go low. And please don't look at this podcast, or please don't look at this episode as me complaining about people who are saying there shouldn't be taxes on petrol and diesel. I absolutely agree with everybody that there should be reduced tax structure on everything. However, a reduced tax structure only on petrol and diesel, or a complaint system only about petrol and diesel, I don't know if it provides any value. I don't know if it serves any purpose. I don't know if it does anything other than bashing the government. And yeah, bashing the government we must, but providing a good solution to it as well. With that, I come to the end of this episode of Truth Shots with Kapil. Keep coming back, keep sending your comments, and see you next week. Thank you so much.